What's up, YouTube? It's me, Boston Chris. Welcome to my channel, Boston Chris Comics. And so I'm back. I have a brand new video that I want to, go ahead and share with you guys. Got some new books that I want to show off, a couple of back issues, and most importantly, like I said on the JLS live show, one of my top 10 books for 2018. So we'll be going ahead and getting into that in a little bit. I wanted to record this video over the weekend, but I didn't have time. As we're preparing to go on a vacation and everything, just kind of time is kind of a crunch and trying to get everything done and ready, and just kind of I don't know, just get everything together so that we can go on vacation, have everything packed, everything for the baby, all the rest of it. So it's just kind of a whirlwind right now, but it's all right because we're managing. We're going to go ahead and get it all done, so we're able to get to the airport and have some fun and enjoy our vacation coming up next week. So definitely happy about that. But let's get to the books. So the first book that I have to show is True Believers, Astonishing Ant-Man. This is a reprint of Marvel Premiere number 48. Oh, is it 47 or 48? Hold on. 47. That's right. I sometimes will confuse numbers. I know the title, I know the book, but 48, 49, no, that's not it. It's 47 and 48. That are the first two appearances of Scott Lang as Ant-Man. And so this is going to be a placeholder for me until that book comes down a little bit. I think for now, the hype kind of... I don't think it's about the old movie, the new movie. I think that it's just mostly the fact that he's been in the movie, that everybody, wants to get that book. I could have bought it prior to the movie. There was a listing on eBay a couple years ago for the 47 and 48 together for $8, and I dropped the ball. It wasn't paying attention, and that's what happens. Sometimes auctions slip away from you, and so it ended up getting sold for $8. I could have had them both, but you know what? Can't have everything, so that's all right. For now, I got my placeholder for $1, so I don't feel bad. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't, because I'm not quite sure if it's something that I'm going to go ahead and pursue right away. There's other books I'd like to get before I, move on to something like that. So, and maybe that'll serve me well, because then it'll be like, oh, so now the book's coming down and it's more affordable at a price that I want to pay for it. But, moving on, we have Batman, issue number 49. So this cover is an Art Germ cover. I don't have a lot of Art Germ. I think I maybe have like 3 covers total of Art Germ. This is a really nice one. I like the way they did, you have Batman and Catwoman together. Art Germ usually does a lot of female characters on his covers. Doesn't usually stick to too many male characters, which is cool, you know what I mean? Because he does some really, really nice art. But I really like this cover, and I have to say that, the story and everything has been really good. This is the prelude up to the wedding issue, which is issue number 50. So definitely looking forward to that. There's going to be, I don't know how many different variants for it and all the rest of it. So I'll be picking that up just because I've been collecting that run since it started. The Rebirth Batman has been really, really good. At least in my opinion. I really liked it all the way through. So definitely going to keep, hanging on to that ride as long as, it goes on and it continues to be good. But next up, we have Green Lantern's issue number 49. Another really nice cover. I forget who did this one. The thing with these is that, I know who does them on the day, because I check it out on, the websites and stuff like that to see who which cover I like and everything like that. I go on to, comiclist.com, and I check out on there, and I look to see, which covers I like and all the rest of it. And, so I knew who did it when I went to the shop. I was like, I want that one, that's the cover, this and that. The original cover wasn't so bad either. The good thing that I like that they're doing over in DC with some of these variants and just some of these, really expanded upon covers, such as, this one and the Art Germ and all that, is that these are basically kind of like virgin covers. So you have, basically the image itself, so you get to enjoy all the art, and then the writing is just at the bottom, it's small, and it doesn't take away from the actual image itself, which is good. I think that that's kind of a cool way to do covers. I think that, it wouldn't have been so... I mean, if they did it like normal with, the logo, just the logo itself, and maybe the, little price tag or something like that, that's fine. But you know, some of the covers just kind of went crazy and had so much going on. I'd like to see them get back to do some of the covers that you saw in like the Bronze Age, and you know, some of the, you know, just Silver Age, Bronze Age, and like, you know, those type of covers where it wasn't like just kind of bogged down with so many words and all the rest of it. It was just more or less just, you know, really just strong image. So I think these are kind of cool, these little portrait images that they're doing. Pretty cool stuff. Next, and this is the final new book that I have, we have I Hate Fairyland, issue number 19. So this is a great read. This is a very, very fun book. I like this cover. You know, just, you know, you see Gert flying through space over here. I would have to say, and I've recommended this many times, if it's a book that you haven't been reading, you know, pick up the trades and check it out. It's a funny book. Like, if you like something that's, you know, goes away from being superheroes and just kind of has a, you know, just dark humor twist to it, this is the kind of book for you. All Scotty Young art, and I think he writes the book as well, so just really great stuff there. You know, I'm a Scotty Young fan. I think he does really good stuff. I love his covers and everything. So to have a whole book full of his art and everything is really fun. But that's it for new issues. Then I picked up some back issues. And so we have here, nice Bronze Age Incredible Hulk. This is issue number 143. You know, cover was done by Herb Trimp. Herb Trimp was the artist that was on 180 and 181. He's done a lot of different stuff over his career. He also was the artist on the early issues of G.I. Joe. So G.I. Joe number 1 is 100% Herb Trimp. But this looks like a really cool cover. You have Doom kind of overseeing the Hulk, causing a little bit of mayhem. You know, here he is fighting some tanks and stuff. I haven't read this issue, and you know, definitely plan on it because, you know, it looks like it's a pretty cool one. You can't go wrong with some Bronze Age or Silver Age Hulk. Really good stuff going on there. Next up, we have Captain Marvel number 4. So nice Silver Age goodness. Here he is in the original suit taking on Namor. So pretty cool stuff. I'm trying to collect this run as well. It's going to take some time. The Volume 1 run of Captain Marvel. I've gotten a few different books, not too many, but I've gotten a few. And I got a couple of... I actually got the first Nitro for not too much money, which was cool. So, you know, there's a lot of really good books in there. And the toughest ones for me that's going to be to pick up from those is the Thanos War books. I've gotten a couple of them, but, like, there's, you know, a few of them that are just, you know, pricey and you know, going up because of the fact that you have Thanos in the movies and stuff like that. But, you know, I'll find my way to picking those up. Next, we have a book and a run that I would love to collect. And it's actually my first book of this run, because I don't have any other ones, but it is Werewolf by Night. This is issue number 23. Love these covers. These is what I'm talking about. These covers are really cool. You know, you have a couple of word boxes, you know, up here, like, you know, there's a word box and another one down there, but it doesn't really take away from the image per se. But I will say that, you know, the logo is so big though, which is, I mean, it all works together. Like, they did well with these covers, and these are the kind of Bronze Age covers that are pretty cool. But, you know, if the image was a little, if the logo was a little bit smaller, you get a little bit more in there. But I think they did a good job with this. So, it's a run I'd love to collect. I know that issue number 32 obviously is super expensive because that's the first Moon Knight. And a few of the earlier issues get kind of pricey. And then, the Marvel Spotlight issues, you know, which is his first couple of appearances, can be a little expensive. But really cool stuff in that book. Really cool, just art and everything like that. So, really happy to have my first Werewolf by Night book. I have other books with him in it, but this is the first of that title. So, definitely excited for that. Next, we have a pretty cool book, I think, just as far as what it is. So, this is nice Silver Age Batman book, Nice Detective Comics. We have issue number 370. And I picked up this cover for a couple of different reasons. There's one actually significant reason, and there's one, like, you know, purely my own taste reason. So, for my own taste, the reason why I picked this up is because I look at Batman in this, and he really has a striking resemblance, and it seems like it would be an inspiration for the Frank Miller Batman, the you know, Batman and Dark Knight, just because, you know, you see how his clothes, you know, the suit's all ripped up. He's got the, like, you know, messed up, you know, he's got the, like, shorter ears and everything like that. So it's almost like if you're looking for kind of a, like, you know, like a ragged and gritty Batman, this is where you'd find him. Like, this is where you could draw inspiration to be like, all right, if Batman was going to be like, you know, just kind of war-torn and beaten and just kind of grizzled, you know, what would he look like? And I feel like this cover would, you know, illustrate that really well. So on this book, it's you know, the art is by Carmine Infantino, which is kind of cool. But another really, really iconic artist did get their first start as far as, you know, with Batman on this book. And that is none other than Neil Adams. This is the first work that Neil Adams did on Batman. He did the inks on this cover. Didn't do any inks inside of the book specifically, but he did ink the cover, so pretty cool to have. On top of that, you know, it's my oldest Batman book. I don't have any Silver Age Detective. I do have a Silver Age Batman book, but this is my oldest Batman because I think this predates that one. So definitely cool to have. Definitely a good book to pick up just because it has a little bit of significance and stuff like that. If you're going to a con and Neil Adams happens to be there, show him this book. Probably a good conversation piece, nice starter. You know, you can talk to him about, you know, what he felt like having that, you know, having this be his first work and you know, where he wanted to go from here, I guess. I don't know. I like to talk to the artists and stuff like that. And so if I have something like that, I can probably, you know, go for a good 20 minutes about, you know, what they came about and how they came with their style and all the rest of it. But that's just me. I like to talk, as you guys can all tell. But lastly, we have one other back issue that I picked up, and this is actually a really, really cool one. I'm actually happy about it, and it's in incredible shape. And that is Miss Marvel number 16. So this is the first cameo of Mystique as Raven Darkholme in the comic. Now, Mystique's first appearance takes place over 4 issues. You have an initial appearance where she's basically posing as a mermaid. Then she becomes Raven Darkholme. You kind of see her as she is. Then you have a second cameo of her in number 17 as Raven Darkholme. And then finally in issue 18 she becomes Mystique, blue skinned and everything. You get to see her for who she is. This book, this set of books, and then there's one other one which is Miss Marvel number 9, kind of gives her ties to the X-Men. Especially number 9, because, you know, it's the first appearance of Deathbird, which Deathbird is the sister of Lilandra for the Shi'ar Empire, and later on in Miss Marvel's career, she becomes a character called Binary. So definitely cool stuff to have, definitely a really cool book, and yeah, man, just, I want to get all 4 of those issues. Issue 18 is the toughest one. I have 15, 16, and 17. So 18 I'm working on. I'm really, really trying to get it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to for an affordable price right now, just because you know, people like that issue. It's a, you know, it's a money issue just because it's the first appearance of Mystique. So probably have to save up some money and pick it up, and it'll be on my top 10 at some point. One of these years it'll be in there, and it'll be like, alright, this is a book I'm going to pick up in my top 10. Maybe next year, maybe not. We'll see. But speaking of my top 10, and here we go. So here's my list. Here's my books. These are the books that I had that I've been trying to pick up over the year. I've done pretty well so far. I've crossed off 6 of them. So, you know, as we head into the, you know, second half of the year, I have about halfway to go. So we'll see. Having a lot of trouble finding an affordable Avengers number 8, and Next Men 21 is kind of eluding me. So we'll have to see what I can do about that. I think mostly with those as well, it's the condition, because people are asking a lot of money, especially Avengers number 8, a lot of money for some pretty beat up copies of that book, and it's just, I'm not trying to pay that kind of money for something that really, even though the value might be there, I'm not willing to pay that kind of money for something that literally is going to fall apart as soon as I open it. Not happening. But so let's get to the book. So let's get to the unboxing, the one that we all came to see. So you guys saw what was on my list, what's still there to get picked up, and you know there's 2 of them that I just went ahead and let you know that I can't, you know, that I can't get a hold of right now. They're too expensive, but get this for now. And this came in actually a pretty hefty box. I don't know, like, I mean, the seller, I guess, I can appreciate them, you know, having this nice box for protection, but the truth of everything, and this is the cool part with that. So if you have a nice box for, you know, if you have the box for, you know, protection and everything, that's cool. You know, and he's got some bubble wrap. Oh, I still showed the book. Sorry about that, but yeah, he's got some bubble wrap on there, which is, you know, nicely done and well wrapped and everything. But, you know, it's kind of, you know, just one of those things where you want to make sure that the book is tight in there because it can slide around and move. And I know that the bubble wrap is the one that, bubble wrap's what everybody's looking forward to, you know, or what people like to go ahead and do that if they're kind of like new to it. It's better to have a nice, secure book, but I can't complain. You know, it came together nicely, and I have no issues with it whatsoever. So, if you can see through the bubble wrap, you know what it is I have, and that is, boom! Uncanny X-Men number 130. This is the first appearance of Dazzler. Yes. Another book for the John Byrne run that I'm trying to do, the Byrne and Claremont run that I'm trying to complete. For me, these are books that I, you know, had seen when I was a kid and, you know, never really got a chance to pick up because, you know, I was so centered on what was new and what was happening then that I didn't go back and pick up some of those issues, and I probably could have got them for not too much money, but what can you do? When you're a young kid and you have, you know, money in your pocket and people are, you know, kind of, you know, the kids around you are just like, oh, you know, don't get that, get this. No one cares about that, you know. Yeah, what can you do? Speaking of John Byrne, and this is a message for those who are going to Boston Comic Con. So, for those of you who are planning on attending Boston Comic Con, I can tell you that if you show up with issues of the X-Men and other stuff that he's done, apparently he's not going to sign them. There was a guy who, actually, Rob Liefeld posted comments, like kind of an exchange on Facebook between a fan on John Byrne's message board and John Byrne himself. And the fan was from Boston. He went ahead and asked if he could please sign some X-Men books and stuff like that because he was looking forward to, you know, just getting some of that stuff signed. And John Byrne responded in a really, you know, snarky and just kind of a shitty attitude way of saying, sure, I'll go ahead and sign your books, and then you can sit at my table and tell everybody why you're special and they're not. I'm only signing, like, he's only signing, you know, Star Trek books and, you know, the new IDW stuff that he's doing. So, it's kind of a downer because I was really hoping to meet him and get some stuff signed. I know that some people have said that he's kind of he's a hard pill to swallow, like he's not a nice guy. So, hopefully, you know, it works out and he'll sign some stuff because I know that he has an actual scheduled signing with Shatner. We'll see what happens. If I'm able to get some books signed, I'll keep everything up to date with that. If I find out any more news on it, I'll let everybody know. For anybody planning on attending Boston Comic Con, you know, so for everybody in Boston or the Boston area attending the con, you know, I'll let you know if I find anything different. And then also, if you are heading to Boston Comic Con and, you know, want to meet up or whatever, just, you know, let me know, send me a message, you know, just, you can leave it in the comments, whatever, and what days you're going. I'm going to be going all weekend, all 3 days, so, you know, let me know if you want to meet up, and we can kind of, you know, hang out and go around the con together and all that type of stuff. We can complain about how John Byrne won't sign our books, and, you know, go to some dollar bins and stuff like that. So, with that, I'm going to get going. I want to thank everybody for watching. And, again, this has been Boston Chris. As always, happy collecting. Collect what you love. I'm out. Let me go ahead and check off this book. Ceremonial. Boom. Gone from the list. 7 down, 3 to go. So, thank you all for watching. Again, this has been Boston Chris. I'm out.